Man, this sad news, man, it makes me really hate all elite wrestling. It's like this death of Jay Briscoe, it hits me very hard. The fact that when it comes to the Briscoes, they were my favorite tag team outside of the WWF. And this death just makes me hate all elite wrestling. It's like this death should put things in perspective. It's just fake wrestling, man. Why did you hold it over this man's head that he says something about gay people? And you see guys like a Sammy G saying he wanted to sexually assault Sasha Banks, but you allowed him on your TV. This man, this husband, this brother, he had a different opinion on gay marriage that he said damn near a decade ago. People change over time. He changed over time. You forgave Sammy G for that dumb comment, which he didn't make under a all elite wrestling contract, but you still gave him the benefit. Of the damn doubt, but not Jay Briscoe. Bro, there's a lot of people that had that same opinion that Jay had. Why would you hold something over a grown man's head for a decade? He said something about gay people, which was a long time ago, back when nobody barely knew who this man was, which means it was pretty much irrelevant. People can change over time. What's in the past is in the past. You can't change the past. The fact that people from all elite wrestling didn't think that the damn Briscoes were fit enough to be on their TV just because they said something about gay people. This should be a lesson. Life is short. Don't hold childish stuff like that over somebody's head. Jay said those things when he was a younger man. He was a changed man. Him and his brother. I really want to see those two guys wrestle for all elite wrestling. Now, we're never going to get to see it because all elite wrestling is a bunch of childish pricks who are the definition of a double standard. I hope this is a huge lesson to that crap ass company. Why couldn't you just let these two guys wrestle on your TV set? Nobody gave a flying damn about what they said. Only you did. Nobody else cared. Now, because of you, we're never going to see these two guys wrestle on a big stage, which was TNT. We're never going to get to see it. All because you held over a tweet that was made a decade ago over this man's head. Now he's dead now. See, your pettiness should be put into perspective. You should have allowed these guys to wrestle on your TV. Everybody deserves a second chance. Why would you buy a company who, in fact, these two guys carried that company, which was, in hindsight, a slap in the face, right? Tony Khan, you bought that company, knowing damn well the Briscoes were the heart and soul, the face of that brand. You bought it, and yet you didn't want to put them on your TV on Dynamite, even though they were the ones who made Ring of Honor what it is today. I'm trying to put things in perspective. We have to let petty stuff like that go. We're never going to see the Briscoes on All Elite Wrestling television. We're never going to get to see it. You know whose fault it is? It's Tony Khan's fault for having no balls. The people from the higher up didn't want the Briscoes on TV just because they said something in a tweet. A tweet! No one, I've seen other guys say way worse stuff than that, and they are allowed on TV. I remember Cedric Alexander joked about raping a girl, and he's on TV. Okay. All the Briscoes said was they had a problem with gay marriage. Okay, whatever. You can move on from that. Why are you trying to strip those guys from their freedom to work? Which you did. Nobody gives a damn about Ring of Honor. Okay, yeah, so they can wrestle for your dead brand, which is Ring of Honor, that nobody watches. But for some reason, they are unallowed to wrestle for your main show. Now, it's all your fault, Tony Khan. We're never going to see Jay Briscoe. We're never going to see Jay Briscoe on TV ever again. It was. The sad part is, obviously he was my favorite out of those two brothers. He was the face. He was the main attraction out of his brother Mark. He was the mouthpiece for that group. It's like, oh my God, it's like, damn, when I heard the news, man, I had tears in my eyes, man. I really had tears in my eyes because I love the Briscoes. They were the main reasons why I was watching Ring of Honor. People who know me know that I love the Briscoes. I did tell the story on why they never signed with the WWF. It was because they didn't like them the way they looked. It had nothing to do with their tweet. It's just they didn't like the way they looked from a cosmetic standpoint, but it had nothing to do with their tweet. You serious? Of course not. It's like we have to put life into perspective now, right? All Elite Wrestling didn't allow these two guys on their TV for something petty, and now a year later, one of those two guys are dead. So what did you not allowing these two guys on your TV, what did that accomplish? Jay died in a car accident. So what did it accomplish? Nothing. You have to let petty stuff go. You have to give people the benefit of the doubt of changing as a people. These two guys changed as people over time. It's like, I don't like this company. But Jay, when it comes to the Briscoes, man, they will go down to me as a top 10 tag team ever. Regardless of companies, these guys are way better than the Bucks. They are better than the New Day. Look, man, I always felt like it was the Usos and those Briscoes. When it comes to the top two teams in the whole entire world, it was always those two guys. It was always those two teams. Jay was a more talented brother. Jay, former world champion. Ring of Honor knew he had the most talent out of Mark. He was that dude, man. He had charisma. To me, I don't care what anybody else says. To me, he had a great look for his gimmick. To me, he was just a talented guy, very athletic. He was good at, I loved his promos, man. His promos, I don't know what to say. Just when it comes to the Briscoes, man, That team is like, I've been following those guys for the past 7 years. I remember a couple of years back, they had a great feud with God, Tama Tonga, and that other guy. It was a great feud because it was Ring of Honor versus New Japan. These guys were the lifeblood of Ring of Honor. Without them, there is no Ring of Honor. Just him dying, I felt like Ring of Honor's dead. We need to put this in perspective. If he's gone, Ring of Honor's gone. Let me tell you how deep this actually goes. When I think about ECW, I think about Tommy Dreamer. These guys, the Briscoes, they were the Tommy Dreamer of Ring of Honor. That's how deep this goes. I'm just hurt. I remember that feud with them and God. They was just carrying Ring of Honor on their back. It was the lifeblood, right? It was like the promos, Tama Tonga, Jay, they were just going back and forth. Just great dialogue, great promos, great matches. They always had the best matches too. Every tag team they went against, they always had the best matches too. They went all out. These guys were just badasses. It's like these guys were the hardcore versions of the damn Bushwhackers. They were like the badass versions of them. Like the badass hillbilly hardcore versions of the Bushwhackers. Like these guys were just like, to me, I always felt like they were a top 2 team in the whole entire world for the past decade. I don't care what anybody else says. Dude, these guys won the Ring of Honor tag team titles over 10 times. Maybe 15, I think. Maybe I'm off. But a lot of times. So them, Jay dying, Ring of Honor's dead. The fact that he died as a Ring of Honor tag team. The fact that he died as a Ring of Honor tag team champion is just, it's sad as hell, but at the same time, it's kind of symbolic. He died with that company. He died as the current Ring of Honor tag team champion. I thought eventually down the road, All Elite Wrestling was going to ease up on the damn Briscoes not being on their TV. Eventually. That's what I was hoping for. Eventually, we were going to see them on Dynamite at the big stage. On a big national stage that they deserve. So yes, we can grieve, right? But I'm going deeper than this. I hate All Elite Wrestling. They didn't allow this man on TV because of a damn tweet, and now he's dead. Who looks bad here? Huh? Yeah, we are going to hold this tweet over here for the rest of your career until you die. He's dead, man. He's never going to be on TV over a petty tweet. Now he's dead now. But before that, he was on TV on Dynamite because of a tweet that he said sorry for. He apologized. We're never going to see the Briscoes on a national television stage. Man, Jay Briscoe has been my favorite tag team wrestler for the past decade. My favorite. He was the Briscoes, man. His promos were so authentic. passionate, real. He is an icon. He is a legend, man. In fact, I'm very concerned about his brother Mark. Where is he? What is he going to do? How is he going to move on? And yet, let this sink in. After all this, Tony Khan still probably won't let this guy on AEW TV. You see how petty this is now? Life is short. Life is short, man. If two guys say, "Hey, we are sorry. Please forgive us. We've learned our lesson. That was years ago. That was a decade ago. We have changed. Give us the benefit of the damn doubt. Fight for us, Khan. Fight for us." He didn't fight for him. He kept him on Ring of Honor TV, a show that only airs when there's a pay-per-view. He wasted these guys' potential and their talent. Tony Khan, it's your show, bro. Your show is private. That's a private company, which means you can do anything you want to. But yet, you folded. And you didn't allow these two guys on your TV. How do you feel now? Tony Khan, he's dead. He's never going to be on your TV set now. So yes, you can say, oh, RIP to him, Khan. Okay. Why didn't you allow Jay Briscoe on your TV? We're never going to see him now, man. Just like that, he's gone, man. I was holding out hope, man, that he was gonna be on Dynamite. I was holding out hope that the Briscoes were gonna make a big splash this year on a national television stage, man. We're never gonna see it now. Life is short, people, man. Life is short, man. Leave your grievances in the damn past, man. Rest in peace to Jay. I can't say it. Rest in peace to the great icon, man, Jay Briscoe.